Call Halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah Bahashem Rakah Kodash. That's who this world ignorantly call God and Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit in the Paleo Ancient Hebrew tongue. Double honors to the elders and apostles across the four corners of the earth that's pushing this truth and sincerity. We know where that truth lives, with the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Here to bring some more Watchmen news, man. They're talking about an 18-month blackout, and they say, it's a potential cyber attack or whatever, whoop-de-woo. But really, I don't believe it. I truly believe that this devil is really about to set up this blackout, and they're claiming a time frame. If a nation is going to bring a cyber attack, how do you know the time frame? How would you know the time frame? You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't make sense. They talking about, a blackout's coming. It could last up to 18 months. 18-month blackout is OC. That is OC, man. An 18-month blackout. I don't think people realize how long. That's a long time. With no power, a lot of people will perish. A lot of people will perish, man. And shit, there was a point of time, here in South Carolina, man, where I'm at, man, we was out of power for like a week. Hey, the Lord had us make it with ease, you know what I mean? But it was, you can tell it wasn't easy for a lot of people, man. It wasn't. Let alone it be 18 months. A lot of people would not know how to cope, But I'm gonna play. I got 2 videos I'm gonna play. I'm gonna get a couple precepts and just let them bring out what I'm gonna just let them talk about what they're planning to do. All right.
The United States power grid is at risk of a major blackout that could last up to 18 months, according to a new report. Concerns are heightened as one U.S. city has been without power for more than a week. John Wellinghoff said the grid could be seriously disrupted if similar incidents targeted the 10 most important substations in the country's 3 sections. In northwest Indiana, more than 75,000 customers were still in the dark Wednesday, and full restoration is not expected until August 25th.
Shocking developing news coming out today, August 19th.
And that's right. Down in Gary, Indiana, man, it's black out there, man. They've been without power for what, 8 days now? 9 days? Roughly paraphrasing, somewhere in the frame of 10 days, for sure. And they don't plan on doing nothing about it. Let me get something real quick. Hold on. Let me see. It's something I Googled. It says, I Googled in Gary, Indiana, population the population more black people. And it said yes, the population of Gary, Indiana is mostly black. See? About 76% to 80% of black people living in Gary are black. That's a lot. Living in Gary are black or African American. You see? So, it's no
developing news coming out today.
It's no coincidence
2026, a potential.
It's a lot. It's no coincidence that it will be happening there. Flooded there and no power. It just puts me in the mind of all the other places they flooded where Negroes was, and then made their own society, made their own community after the flood. Made parks after they flooded Negroes' communities,
Cyber attacks against our power grid systems that could knock out and black out the entire United States for 18 months. And they're saying It is shockingly easy. In fact, they're saying that 12-year-olds with internet access could do this. And so Iran doing this, they said, is not out of the picture, and it could be absolutely devastating. Let's take a look at the latest headlines coming out today, August 19th, so you can see it for yourself. Shockingly vulnerable U.S. power grid could result in an 18-month nationwide blackout, an expert has warned. This is coming out all across the headlines today, August 19th, 2026. Take a look at some more with me. Warning that a mammoth nationwide blackout could last 18 months as power grids' appalling weak spots are exposed. And they're saying this is something the IRGC could actually easily do to the United States. U.S. is at risk of an 18-month-long blackout that could extend across the entire nation, experts claim. So just to clarify, we're going to be getting into the details of this, but they're saying this is not just a city or a region. They're saying the entire United States of America could be entirely blacked out, shut down, and we would be unable to get our systems up for roughly 18 months is the estimate that we are hearing.
Now, how would they telling us it could possibly be a blackout, and the time expansion could be from 18 to 18 months, man? Now, how would Esau know this, man? You know, how would he know these things? That's a year and a half. A year and a half. This man wants to cut the power off. A year and a half. And look, what's going on in Gary right now, he ain't helping. They not helping those Negroes. Let me get a precept. This is Proverbs 29, and I'm going to start at verse 7. It says, the righteous considereth the cause of the poor, but the wicked regardeth not to know it, man. And more than likely, he regarded not to know it because he done it. You know? They got this thing called HARP, man. It's HAARP. HARP. HARP. HAARP. They can control the weather. They can make floods. They can make tsunamis. They can make earthquakes. You know? This man has that technology, man. And it's no coincidence that, you know, community places where Negroes dwell are being flooded. Let alone Negroes are being hung in different places, you know, the South. And there was just been a lynching in North Carolina as well, man. So just imagine all this going on right now with lights on. Just imagine when the lights go out for a year and a half, man. This place gonna be through. A lot of people will be deleted, man. Because first and foremost, this place, Babylon the Great, its main objective in this place is food. Eating. People eat when they happy here. People eat when they sad here. People eat just to eat. They gather up and come together and just to eat. 3 times a day. They're eating 3 times a day. So just imagine the power go off a year and a half, man. You think these rich elites are going to regard how y'all feel, man? With the power off? You think they're going to send care packages to y'all? No. They're going to let this place go all to hell. And it's going to be ultimately through Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. You know? It's going to be through my Lord to send plagues on this place, man.
Now, in addition to that, take a look at this. We've been continually hearing threats coming out from the IRGC. They are threatening to target global energy and internet infrastructure if Iran is attacked again. This came out August 12th when we had heard some of the more recent threats against the U.S. power grid systems. And just to clarify, it says here global energy and internet, but in case you are wondering, Iran made sure that we knew Iran lawmakers threaten U.S. power grid if Iran is attacked. And that is not just grids of U.S. assets in the Middle Eastern region. They're talking specifically about attacking U.S. soil in North America. We're going to get into the details of this as they're saying that this would be coast to coast, west to east. every single resident in the United States would be blacked out for 18 months. And they're saying it's actually shockingly simple to achieve. They believe that 12-year-olds with access to the internet could do it because
For 18 months is crazy. Just imagine if they do it during the winter time, man. You know, the Lord says, pray not the day come. Pray not the day come, roughly paraphrasing. Pray not the day comes on the Sabbath or in the winter, bro. You know? This man cuts this grid off in the wintertime, man. Imagine a whole winter with no power. Negroes already don't even like the simple fact they power go out through Duke Energy or, whatever they got. You know what I mean? They don't like that. Imagine a whole power grid gone, nigga. Oh man. 18 months? Bro, niggas, people are not prepared for that, man. Shit, I know I ain't prepared for 18 months. I got Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. I got faith in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. Ultimate faith. And then put up ultimate sacrifices. To be watched over in the times that he's coming. In these times to come. Salah. In these times to come. 18 months, man. Man, people are going to lose their mind, man. People are going to lose their mind, especially these people that's driven by their kids. You got, especially these women, they're going to be through, man. Eve is going to be done.
We are operating on archaic systems that need immediate attention right away. Now, in addition to that, we've also been receiving attacks against our water systems, the cyber attacks on the U.S. water sector, and the Iran question. Escalation or opportunism? Now, we're actually hearing new states have come out and announced that they are some of the ones that have been hit. And we're going to be taking a look at that in detail so you can see more of the states that have made the announcements as we are mapping Iranian.
Now, they say they want to attack the water, which they're already attacking the water, saying they're using the water for AI systems. But you got Edomites that's coming out that work in the tech field, man. Saying that AI systems don't need water. They make cooling systems to cool them down. So they're stealing the water. Once you control the food and the water, you control the people. Okay? You control the power, the food, and the water, you're going to control the people. And if you look and if you take your head out the hole, you can see what's going on. You can see what type of game this man is playing, man. You can see it. They're talking about water shortages now. All the food is recalled. God, there ain't no food good. And then they're talking about a power outage for a year and a half.
Cyber attacks on U.S. water systems. Now, from my understanding, we have not specifically been able to confirm that it is Iran, but they're saying this has all the makings of the cyber avenger Iranian cyber attackers that have hit U.S.
Cyber's attack. Nah, it's my Lord. Shit, how about Shem Yahweh Shah, man? It's my Lord. I'm gonna get another one.
Minnesota, Michigan, Wisconsin, South Dakota, Georgia, California, New Jersey, Oregon. These are just some of the states that have come out and announced, yes, we are the ones that have been hit. And also, we've heard warnings directly from the IRGC regarding our power grids in the United States.
See, states have been hit, but it's not on news. It's not on mainstream news, man. This devil, it's not on mainstream news, Let me get a preset, man. I'm going to let it play for a little bit. It's a lot.
They've warned Donald Trump that if you conduct a massive attack against the energy in Iran, we will hit not only U.S. military bases in the region, but we'll also come after the homeland. And I also shared with you in the last roughly 48, 72 hours, we also heard from Iran in an announcement Friday. They had said that they're also planning to develop missiles that can reach all the way across the world and hit U.S. soil. They said that this is something that they would like to do because it's time for Americans to feel what it's like to be hit with missiles on U.S. soil. Wow. So I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. And as you guys know, here on the channel, I cite all the sources. So if you'd like to read any of these articles for yourself on the attack.
Americans need to feel what it feels like to be hit to be hit with missiles on their soil. That's OC. That's spiritual. That's spiritual, man. And all these other nations, like the Lord prophesied, said that they're going to come up against Babylon, man. And that's what's happening. Let me get a precept. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 26. I'm going to start at 36 and 37. Now, this is, Israel judgment in the time of our forefathers, but this is going to be in play today as well. That this man do this power outage for a year and a half. I'm going to start at verse 36. It says, "And upon them that are left alive of you, I will send a faintness unto their heart, and in the lands of their enemies, and the sound of a shaken leaf shall chase them." You see? Imagine, you got a lot of people, you got a lot of women, our women, Eves, and, some Jakes too. They're afraid of the dark, man. They're afraid of the dark, man. You still got people of my nation. You still got Israelites that's afraid of the dark. I understand we've been called to be children of the light, but you got Israelites that's afraid of the dark, man. So any little shiftness is going to have the faintness. The Lord is going to put faintness in their heart. This blackout, he's going to put faintness in the heart, man. Have them scared. Have them scared as hell. A lot of people, because you're going to hear death. You're going to hear people getting murdered. You're going to hear people getting robbed. You're going to hear people, you're going to hear people getting raped, trying to run from. It's going to be all type of craziness, man. That power outages for a year and a half. It says, "And the sound of a shaken leaf shall chase them, and they shall flee as fleeing from a sword, and they shall fall when none pursueth. They shall fall one upon another as it were before a sword. When none pursueth, ye shall have no power to stand before your enemies, and ye shall perish among the heathen, and the land of your enemies shall eat you up." And that's what's going to happen, man. If they do a via cyber attack on America, man, it's going to get buck wild, man. And our people, some of our people are prepared for what this devil got to come. Not through Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, but prepared as far as this world having some goods, which to say it's not bad to have some goods stocked up. But ultimately, your faith should be in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah through your works, through your works, But, hey, man, it's going to be a crazy time, man. And our people is not going to have no power in the face of their enemies. Because why? They don't believe this truth. They don't believe it. So the Lord said they're not going to have no power in the face of their enemies, man. The Lord is going to allow them, the heathens, to unalive you, have you perish. But hey, man, like I said, man, best to believe this man's going to make a blackout. Yeah, because, he has to knock the grid off, make people go crazy, make people go into chaos so he can bring his order, man. That's what he wants to do. He has to roll out his digital technology, man, his digital currency. He has to do it. So what other way to do it than let the American people kill each other and let them roll in and come in and do what they need to do, you know. But hey man, stay prayed up, man, and you know, keep the faith. That's all I can say, man. We need him now more than ever, especially with all the recall on the food and you know, water shortages beginning to come. Yeah, it's nothing but harsh times ahead, man. Nothing but harsh times ahead. With that, I'm gonna end it. Lord willing.